Hello,
Hello, I'm Paxson.
I'm Leona. Paxson, which part of PERMA we are talking about today?
No more PERMA. We are going to talk about how we can support leaders to build an environment that facilitates positive relationships.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yes. So I have actually read a book by Professor Kim Cameron. It's on positive leadership. So he has mentioned that for a company to prosper, that company really needs to build first the culture and then to identify individuals that facilitate positive relationship.
Wow.
So on the culture part, he mentioned 3 aspects. If leaders can incorporate these 3 elements into the values or the culture of the company, this company will prosper. These 3 elements actually are, we have covered that before.
Really?
First one, gratitude. Second one, forgiveness.
Oh, this one is interesting. Tell me, like in an organization, we are there to deliver some common results. How could we forgive those that is not delivering?
Yes, maintain the bar. So we are not forgiving the incidents or the standards or the events. We are forgiving the individuals when they are not performing up to our standard.
Yes. Now you remind me, because after all, it's about positive relationships. So we must focus on the people.
Yes. So the third one is called compassion.
We talked about that before. Compassion is about caring for others, being empathetic, and don't just limit it to our heart. We also will take action to serve others.
Yes. So then we come to the people, how we can build a network of people to support the positive relationship in organizations.
I heard about this word. It's called, if we have a lot of T.O.M.S in the organization, then it will help.
Okay. What's T.O.M.S?
T.O.M.S actually is an acronym of 4 characteristics of a group of people. We call them positive energizers. And they also call T.O.M.S. T.O.M.S stands for T, trustworthy, O, optimistic, M, motivating, S, serving others.
Wow. So as a leader, so we're expecting to role model to be T.O.M.S.
Yes. And probably have a recruitment priority if your name's got T.O.M.S in there. Then you'll be considered first.
Okay. So you have an example to share, right? As a leader, how to perform T.O.M.S.
Yeah, I witnessed a leader. He was leading a team to run a very challenging project. And towards the end of it, they have to put together a presentation to report the result to the senior. Since they allocate quite a fair bit of time in completing the project themselves, so when it gets into preparing the presentation, they almost run out of time and they have to meet the deadline of reporting. And I see that even the last 5 minutes, everyone of the team is still struggling how to put their pieces together in the presentation. And if you're the leader, what would you do?
Roll up my sleeves and then participate together?
Yeah, help them. Or whip them harder so that they can work faster.
Yes.
Or
just leave it.
But then what surprises me is the T.O.M.S of this leader comes out. He just used a very firm and reassuring voice, announced to the team, like, hey team, just calm down. We still got 5 minutes. And with that, we hear a lot of chuckles and something, oh yes, boss, we still have 5 big minutes. Don't underestimate this announcement, because only that small announcement, he injected some laughter into the team. Some people repositioned themselves and focus on what they have got instead of what they haven't got. And they did complete the presentation and presented in a very vivid way for the seniors.
I like the refocusing benefit of this action.
Yeah, so when you talk about T.O.M.S, he just popped up in my mind.
So whenever there are positive energizers, there must be negative energizers. How can we handle the negative energizers who continuously give out all these negative energy?
So it is leaders' role as well. It is leaders' role to give feedback under the culture. And so if they are doing something well, let them know what they're doing well, keep doing it. If there is something they can do even better, give them suggestions. So there's always a next time for them to improve. And of course, we all have a development plan. So in the development plan, don't just put the skill improvement in there. We also put in some behavioral indicators of what this type of negative energizers can do better in their behavior. Most of all, coach them. If you're a good coach yourself, coach them so that they can embed the positive energizing T.O.M.S behavior. And if you need some external help, there's professional coaches up there that can help your team to build more T.O.M.S behavior too.
At the end of the day, if all these things do not work, you can try to think about, let's move these people to some positions which are less impactful. Let's create less impact to others. So these positions may include some research positions or some planning positions, which require less people interaction in the process. And hopefully these people will also perform in those positions as well.
reduce the negative impact.
Yes. So that's what we want to share today. So what's your final conclusion?
Final conclusion and tips is leaders, if you like to build an environment to foster positive relationship, please be the role model, walk the talk.
So if you like this video, give us a like, share this video, and subscribe our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.